not one, not two, but actually 3 new mods to review today. So I hope you're excited. Let's dive in. I'm Gamer. Thank you for joining into this new Anno 1800 mod review episode. We're going to review 3 different mods today that will bring beauty but also gameplay to your city. If you don't know how to install mod, don't hesitate to check on my channel or at the top now the video on the mod loader. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, press the red button below to subscribe and never miss a new episode. I cover city building games, strategy games, simulations with game reviews, discoveries, guide, tutorials, and let's plays. The first mod is from a famous modder called G1000. Thanks a lot for this new mod, and you can see it right in front of us at this point. This is a new church. Quite the impressive site, especially with the gold roof. Let's get back into the game. This is a typical church in terms of gameplay. It will provide you with a public service need, and it is actually just a variation. It's not a new icon, it is just a variation of this church here that you unlock for the workers. You can do Shift V to just go through the 2 variations, and they have the same size and same range. So in a sense, this one is a lot more about visual than gameplay. Mod number 2 is also by another famous modder called Zan. I've definitely reviewed several of his mods before, and this one is definitely beauty and gameplay because it will bring you 2 new buildings which you can find in your investor tab. First one here, the city hall, is unlocked at 1000 investor. Second, the municipal building is unlocked 5000 investor. And what's important is also for the municipal building, you actually do need the latest DLC of season 3, the iLife DLC, because it is based on some of those assets. The city hall that you can see here is pretty similar to the normal town hall. It has a very similar cost, a very similar range. It is just a very different building. As you can see, the visual is definitely different. I love the statue at the top. Also, he has put a number of people around. So really cool building. Again, this is also gameplay. You can put your 3 items. It will work without any problem. The municipal building is quite different though. As you can see, the cost is very different. 100,000 in terms of money, quite a few construction materials, and 20 elevators. So if you don't have the latest DLC, you won't have those elevators, you won't be able to build it anyway. And it has 2 visual variations. This is the first one. If you do Shift V, you can go to the next one, which is a bit taller. This building definitely has its place more into this type of city here with engineers, investors, skyscrapers, rather than in the middle of your farms, probably. But more interestingly, as you can see here, there is 4 items instead of 3. You can see here the small range in the middle from the city hall or the normal town hall, and then the larger one around from the municipal building. Quite an interesting one, both in terms of gameplay and visual. And the last one is from LRDS42. The goal of this mod is to correct something a bit strange. Let me show you. You probably all know the sausage production chain. It starts with pig farms, and the pig farm produces pigs, right? That's normal. And then you transfer those pigs into the slaughterhouse and they make sausage. But then in the base game, for the cattle, it's different, right? The cattle farm actually produces meat directly. It doesn't produce cattle and then the cattle is slaughtered, it produces meat. So this mod author has corrected this. Now, if you have this mod active, everything that is linked to cattle will be different. So instead of having a cattle farm that is producing meat, now we have a cattle farm that is producing cattle and a butchery that is producing beef from that cattle. So the cattle that is here with those 4 pastures will then go into the butchery here. If you are vegan, maybe don't look at this, but if you are, you should subscribe to the channel because one of the next mod I'm reviewing is actually around making your Anno population vegan too. And the cattle is not only in the old world, it is also in the new world. So let's go over there. And indeed, in the new world, it is the same. We now need a cattle farm with 6 modules instead of 4 in the old world, and then this cattle is then sent to the butchery next door to be transformed into beef, which can be used for your tortilla. It's not exactly the same asset as you can see, but pretty similar. This is a lot of cattle, small and big, different colors. A really cool mod, once again, from LRDS42. So today, 3 mods. I hope you liked it. Don't hesitate to press the like button if you did, to share in the comments below if there's any mods that I haven't reviewed that you want me to look at, and I hope to see you next time.